Okay, now let's use the same method to find the LCM. So we're going to work on the LCM, the least common multiple. So let's start off with an example with just two numbers. We'll do 18 and 21. Okay, so we're going to start the same way. We're going to do our L. And now we're going to think of a factor, a prime factor that divides both 18 and 21. And that prime factor is 3. So 3 divided by 18 gives me 6. Or excuse me, 18 divided by 3 gives me 6. And 21 divided by 3 gives me 7. Okay, I'm going to draw my L again. Now, if you notice, 6 and 7 don't share any more factors, but because this is the LCM, we need to go one step further than when we did this as the GCF. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick just one of these numbers to find a factor for. So I'm going to start with 6, and I know that a prime factor of 6 is 2, and 6 divided by 2 gives me 3, and because 7 cannot be divided by 2, I'm just going to bring that down. Alright, now I'm going to take a look here, and let's just keep going with the 3. I know that 3 can be divided by 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1, and I'm going to bring 7 down. Our whole goal is to get 1s all at the bottom. So now that I have a 1 here, I can deal with the 7. So the only prime factor that can be divided into 7 besides 1 is 7. And 7 divided by 7 is 1. And I bring this 1 down. And now that I have 1s at the bottom, I'm done. And all I need to do is multiply my numbers here. So I have 3 times 2 times 3 times 7. So 3 times 2 is 6 times 3 is 18. And 18 times 7. So we have 56, and 7 plus 5 gives me 126. Let's do another example. Okay, my next example is using the numbers 4, 6, and 15. So I start by drawing my L, and I think of a prime number that can be divided into all three numbers. Let's see, 2, I don't have one, so I'm going to think of a number that might divide only 1 or 2 of these numbers. And I know that 2 can divide 4 and 6, so I'm going to go ahead and divide that. So 4 divided by 2 gives me 2, 6 divided by 2 gives me 3, and my 15 is just brought down. Okay, let's see what we can do next. So remember, I want all of these to be 1s, so I'm just going to keep working with the number on the left. So I'm going to divide this by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 3 cannot be divided by 2. Well, it can be, but not for our purposes here. So our 3 comes down, and 15 comes down. Okay, now I'm going to go to the next number, 3, and I know I can divide 3 by 3. So my 1 comes down. 3 divided by 3 is 1, and 15 divided by 3 is 5. Almost done. Okay, my 1 goes down, 1 goes down, and 5 divided by 5 gives me 1. Ooh, and the bell rang, so just in time. We would multiply these two, 2 times 2 times 3 times 5, and we'd get our LCM of 60.